Hi Journey, Pastor John with a new 5 Good Minutes, kind of a holiday edition. And here today with a couple of special folks. We have Anand Paul and Sheel Amin. And Anand and Sheel and their families are both a part of our Journey family here. Sheel, how long have you and Jennifer and your boys been a part of Journey?
I think we actually started around when you came here. It's probably 7-8 years.
Is that right? Very cool. How about you, Anand?
We started coming in October 2015. So it's about 2 years and 2 months.
Just a little over 2 years. And Anand is married to Sheen.
Yes.
Very good. Today, I want to talk just a little bit about a special project that we want to help with, a mission that you're connected with. So tell us a little bit about your mission and what it does and where you work.
The ministry we are part of is called Awakening to God Ministries.
Okay.
It's based in California, and it is started with a couple who have lost 2 of their kids in the span of 8 years.
Wow.
And they have been through a very hard time. And God healed them over time, over the span of 8 to 12 years. And Gerard and Jeannie, they now are helping other families and other people who are going through the same struggles with depression. And they lost their youngest son for suicide. And the founding scripture for this ministry is taken from Isaiah 61:1, which says, "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon me, and He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor and to heal the brokenhearted and the captives." So part of our mission is the first half of the scripture, which says good news to the poor. The ministry helps villages in India with clean water, medical aid, and mosquito nets, which is helping them with prevention of malaria.
Right.
The goal for this upcoming years is to reach 100 villages.
Wow.
With clean water through bore wells and mosquito nets and medical aid. And a lot of these people walk about 2 kilometers a day to get 1 pot of unclean water from a pond. So this is a huge blessing for them.
Now, Sheel and Anand both have roots in India, and so when you and your wife met Anand and his wife, obviously started talking a little bit more about the work that he does. And I know, Sheel, you were one of the first ones to kind of bring to my attention what Anand is doing in their ministry. And you and Jennifer really have already helped provided for a village.
Yes, yep. And then I can share a little bit about how that came about. Being from India, my wife and I both, India's always had a really special place in our heart. My wife was actually born there, lived there for about 8 years. So Jen and I have always looked for ways to kind of invest in India. One of the ways that we were doing that recently was through the sponsoring of a child through Compassion International. But unfortunately, that sponsorship abruptly ended. Compassion International was no longer able to continue its sponsorship of children in India. And that was due to a government mandate in India in which they were no longer able to do that.
Very sad.
So, that really kind of tugged at our hearts when we found out about that. And what was great is that, right around that time, Sheen and Anand had shared with us their ministry that they were working at, Awakening to God. And really what caught our eyes and attention was that they were investing or partnering with some wells, and they were building wells in India. So we were just kind of felt that was something that God really wanted us to invest in. And probably about a month or 2 back, we were able to actually connect with the village itself. They had like a ceremony of the opening or unveiling of the well. And that was just a really neat opportunity. For all the wells that are built, they're always built in close proximity to a church. So what's great is in a country of over 1 billion people, many of whom have not heard of the hope of Christ, there's a great opportunity to share the gospel, share the hope of Christ with people that may not have heard of Jesus, may not have heard of that hope that we have. And we're just excited. We hope to one day bring our children to visit the village, and we're just really grateful that the church has chosen to invest as well.
That's awesome. So, Journey, here's our challenge for Christmas Eve. A portion of our Christmas Eve offering is going to be given to help villages in India. And every time a village is helped, for the well, for the mosquito nets, for the medical care, it's, how much is it on it?
It's $2,950.
$2,950.
Yes.
And so our goal is to help 10 villages, to take a part of our Christmas Eve offering on that weekend and to help provide for 10 villages. And you said the goal for next year was 100.
Yes.
So if we provide 10, that's like a tithe. That's like a 10% that Journey would be able to provide. So Journey, that's our challenge. We just ask you to be generous and to make that possible for Awakening to God Ministries in India. Thanks, Anand. Thanks, Sheel, for helping me today. And Journey, we look forward to seeing you at our Christmas Eve services here at Apopka or our Mount Dora campus. God bless.